Okay. What do you think? Is it time to move on to our activity?
Yeah, we've got a
wrangle
activity.
the dog. I don't know where to.
Harley.
Why do you do this all the
I
time?
have dog slobber all over me.
Oh, bye-bye. Don't do that to the person that's allergic to you. Oh.
That's fine.
I set him down.
I'm wearing your skirt.
Oh, it's fine.
Your dog drooled on your skirt.
He does that. He likes...
And my hands.
Oh, that's not
But
good.
That's...
Do you need to go?
I should.
You need to go wash your hands while I get our activity together.
Alright.
I'll talk about Harley's...
entertaining.
Harley, okay, so Harley has this quirk where he likes to breathe into the microphone really loud, and be rude to guests. What else do you do? He likes to sit in bed spot on the bed. He really likes the person who's allergic to him. He would really love attention from the person who's allergic to him, as it turns out.
Oh, also, when we were talking about pet quirks... I'm
Yeah.
back, guys. When we were talking about pet quirks, I didn't talk about Kronos.
I was gonna say, you didn't mention anything about your pets.
Yeah, I didn't talk about my pets. Kronos, I want to bring up because he has the best quirks. Kronos is my pet snake. He likes to get stuck in furniture.
Oh, God, he's so funny.
Like, he panics when he gets stuck in furniture, but he is never happier than when someone has to dismantle a piece of furniture to get him out of it. We had to break one of our, like, not even our chairs. We had to break one of Aaron's parents' chairs because it didn't come apart, and we had to, like, rip it apart to get Kronos out.
Oh.
And he was like, which, like, snakes inherently have a sense of what they can and cannot get out of, but Kronos is a dork.
I was gonna say, he got into it. How did he...
Yeah, because, like, snakes are supposed to have that sense of when they can get out of things.
Right.
But Kronos's doesn't work. Or he ignores it. Because, like, he can get into stuff that he can't get out of.
Oh,
you know, and snakes can, like, squeeze themselves. So, it's one of those things they shouldn't ever get stuck as often or as badly as Kronos does. And it's just what he likes to do. If you look away for a second, he's, like, in the desk. And it's like, it got to the point I could disassemble the computer desk so fast because I had to have practice because Kronos will get stuck in there. And he likes Markiplier.
Oh.
Because, like, when Markiplier comes on, that's, like, the only time he'll be still.
Oh,
like,
my
he likes
goodness.
moving around and being active and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But, like, if Markiplier's on, he's there.
That's so cute.
Like, he'll watch Markiplier with me. And it's something that my cats will do. My cats like specific YouTubers or, like, specific shows. For a while, because I was watching, if you can imagine, I was watching the Jaffa Factory.
What?
And I found out that Fry really likes the sound of Sip's voice.
Oh, no!
Because, like, if Sip was in an episode, Fry would be there. And he'd be, like, on the back of the couch looking up. Like, and I don't know why he was looking up, because it's voices. It's not like he could see
He was excited.
Sips, but he would, like, come stare at the TV when Sips was on.
Oh my God.
And it got to the point where I was watching Sips Don't Starve Let's Plays for my cat. Because, like, he got so excited by the voice. And I'm trying to, because there was one the other day I found out one of my cats likes to watch something with me.
Was it Ebony?
Yeah, Ebony likes, what was I watching?
You were watching many things.
I've been watching a lot of... Oh, Ebony... That's, the thing. Ebony likes Shark Tank.
Oh my God!
Because, like, the, loading screens have, like, the shark swimming.
Oh my...
And she gets so excited whenever that screen comes
Oh
on.
my God, that's so cute.
So, like, if I get stuck under Ebony and I know I'm gonna be, like, on the couch, I'll put on Shark Tank for her.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's why I was talking about Shark Tank so much earlier in this episode, because I was watching, like, an episode and she got so excited. So I've been falling asleep watching it.
Right. Put it on for the cat, so she's happy.
Yeah.
You've got noise.
And then I don't fall asleep, so then I watch, like, 6 consecutive episodes of Shark Tank. But yeah.
I can't attest to the health of that, but I've also been watching way too much Gordon Ramsay. So,
there you go.
Devil will, one of her things is she likes to touch the iPad screen. So I'll be watching something and she'll touch it and stop it and drag it to a certain point, and it's like, you're doing this on purpose to me, because my arm is under you. And she'll do it like when she's asleep also. She'll just stretch out and touch the iPad screen and move it, and it's like, this is like an unconscious thing that you do. So much.
I used to have a cat who would play Diablo with me.
God.
He was great. His name, well, we actually, because we got him when he was a kitten, and he started, like, he was a smart cat. He's, like, the smartest cat I've ever had. Because there are, like, a lot of things that people say that cats can't do or can't figure out, and he would, like, consistently go
do
figure
all
them
of
out.
them.
But we knew really early on, because he had figured out Diablo 3 to the point where, like, he would press my touchpad, and he'd press the touchpad and, like, look up to see the character move.
Oh, God.
So he got me killed a lot, because if he hopped up on my lap, I would let him play Diablo regardless of what was going on, because I thought it was adorable.
That's so cute.
And we called him Zabu, because he was, like,
Right.
you know, a little gamer cat.
He's
You
a
have to
little
call
gamer
him
cat.
Zabu.
He's
And,
so cute.
He was a good cat.
He was so smart. He was the
was, like,
smartest cat I've ever seen.
He was so smart. And also he had no common sense.
Well, that's
He
true.
was very much one of those cats, because he could, like, figure out the most amazing things, but then, like, there was this one time he was trying to get pizza out of the pizza box, and he figured out how the pizza box worked, and we kept closing it, so he couldn't get to the pizza, but then, like, he was like, if I get on the pizza box, I'll be closer to it, and they can't push me away from it. But then he couldn't figure out why it wouldn't happen, like, with him on top of it.
Oh my
It was
God.
like,
Boo. Oh, what a
but
good
he was
cat.
a good cat.
He was a very good cat.
He was a very quirky cat. He also had the habit of the way that my ceiling works in the living room is
God, I forgot.
it's got like these styrofoam panels, and there's a hole in the floor above it, because the styrofoam panels hold all of the plumbing for the upstairs bathroom. It just hides it,
right?
Because the way that our tub is set up, it's like a drop down pipe system.
Mm-hmm.
So Zabu would get into the bathroom upstairs, he would sneak into the towel cupboard and get through that hole, and then, like, drop through the styrofoam panels.
Oh, God. Oh, he's such a good cat.
That was
lovely.
In terms of, like, pet quirks, that was, like, the quirkiest group that I had, because when we had him, and Cooper was the other one, she liked to stand on doors. Like, she'd get on the top of a door.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And, like, on the door frame. So if you opened the door slow enough, like, her paws would spread out into, like, a V shape, because she'd be, like, half balanced on the frame and half balanced on the door.
But it's like you had to move the door. She was also the one that would sit on hats, right?
Yeah.
She was the one that would sit on the baseball caps.
Yeah. I wore baseball caps, like, all summer, because my cat would sit on them.
It was the best.
She was also the one, she came, like, we opened the fridge one time, and she came walking out of it, and, like, we don't know how she'd gotten in there. She's, like, purring and happy, she's, like, in the best mood of her life.
She had, like, a nice, cool, like...
She, like, got into our fridge.
She had the time of her life.
She did. She was so thrilled.
Oh, God.
Also, Fry, one of my cats now, is, like, very quirky.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
He's not shaped like a cat, and does not act like a cat.
He doesn't move like a cat either. He
was sitting the other day, and his arm was sticking out, and he had, like, it must have been, like, 4 joints in his leg.
Bad.
Like, that's not correct.
Terrible.
Oh,
no.
I think I have a picture of it.
Yes.
I'll put a picture up on the
Yes,
screen.
send me that
it to you for
picture.
editing.
Oh my God.
Yes, and then Alan just gave me a cat. He gave me an Ebony, and I love her. She doesn't sit like a normal cat.
Oh, she doesn't?
Oh like God. When you pick her up, because she'll sit up so that her belly is, like, facing the same way that yours is, and she'll, like, lean back with her paws up, but then, like, her back paws will curl up,
Oh
so
my
she's, like,
God.
a J shape.
What? What?
That's how Ebony likes to sit on people.
Oh, God. Oh, I love pets so much.
And, like, her tail never stops switching.
Oh.
Ever.
My goodness. She's got opinions.
That's how you can tell when she's really, really out. Because, like, even as she's falling asleep, her tail will be switching. Pet quirks are great, guys. Pets are great.
They're so good. If you don't have a pet, go.
Get a pet.
That's good, healthy advice.
Yeah.
That's good, solid advice that has no disclaimers on it whatsoever.
Right.
Oh.
This is so good because when you do bits like that, or because when I do bits like that, you like reel me back in. And when you do bits like that, I'm just like, yep, no disclaimer.
You're just doing it now. Oh no. It's bad.
That's a bad combo.
This is why I'm not allowed to do bits.
It's a really bad combo because Alan's funnier. He should be doing the bits.
Oh, I don't know if that one can. I don't know.
But I refuse to reel people in. Like, I won't do it.
It's a struggle. It doesn't work.
That's also something, I guess, to consider. We've been talking, I specifically have been talking so much more about tabletop character quirks than I meant to, because this was supposed to be like all character quirks. But it's something that as a player, you should be aware of your own strengths and weaknesses. Maybe don't play the smart person of a campaign if you refuse to reel people in, which is something I'm consistently doing.
I feel like that's consistently something that happens in our campaigns.
Like, I think 75% of all of my tabletop characters for life have been like the intelligence, wisdom, leader person, and I never realized.
You're like, don't do that.
Let's do that. That's a great plan.
Sounds funny.
Let's steal from the school.
Let's break into the bank.
Let's put a zombie into my bag of holding.
Oh,
I'm doing it. I hate
God.
that Vera is like our smartest person.
It's
not
bad.
good.
It's terrible, honestly.
Will not ever reel someone in.
Well, there's no one worth reeling in our campaign. That's not true.
I reel a coin in a little bit,
Right?
When I absolutely have to, because like Vera cares about coins,
Right?
She's not gonna let him do anything too stupid.
Well, nobody missed their opportunity on that one. So
yeah, Vera joined the campaign after all the worst stuff was already done.
She's taking care of the collateral now. What can you do?
But yeah,
Definitely figured out all of the puzzles before we did in the last dungeon. But she wasn't there to help us. Because she fell through the goddamn glass into a whirlpool!
Yeah.
Damn it.
Whoops.
Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me?
It was nice, I got my German done.
You did get your German.
It was really good. I've been putting off German vocabulary since I started taking German.
Fair.
And I got it all done at D&D because I fell through the glass.
We fell through the glass and then we were going for another fucking hour. So yeah, do we want to round off by doing our fun activity?
Yes.
Perhaps for some tabletop characters?
A fun activity for tabletop characters. It's actually the intention for the sheet, the reason why we came up with the sheet. We came up with a habits reference sheet for characters. Do you want to start with the other page?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Woohoo.
So we can just get that out of the way.
Because this has quirks.
Yes. So we have a habits reference sheet for characters, and it's just sort of a thing. If you have problems or are wanting to focus more on character quirks, this is just sort of a resource that we came up with to help you do that. And the intention was a lot more geared towards storytelling, but if it's also something that you wanted to do for tabletop characters, I think probably tabletop characters are going to be our examples for the day.
That's what I got.
But yeah, so we're just going to run through the sheet, and then I'll link it down in the video. Mm-hmm. I was talking about, here's something that I want to correct from our last Unsolicited Advice episode.
Whoops.
I do not have the YouTube clearance to do external links through cards.
Oh.
I'm a dummy.
Oh no.
Like in my last thing, I was like, I'll put a card up, and then it was like, I didn't.
You absolutely will not.
Remembered to do it, but it did not happen.
Oh, no!
Because that's not something I can do, but we'll put the links down in our description.
Right.
And it's going to be good.
It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Yes. So yeah, how do you want to run through the sheet?
I don't know. How is it meant to be run through? You made it.
Well, yes. I made the sheet. Alan digitalized the sheet because I can't use computers. Our tech person cannot use computers.
I have free software.
It's That's how that works. I think I could, in theory, digitalize our next one. Because I think the copy of Word that I brought has like a thing I could use.
Oh, hey, that'd be nice.
I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't know how good the program actually is.
That's fair.
But in theory, anyway.
In theory. It's always in theory.
So I think we're just going to run through like the basic. I'll run through the first page because it's definitely less of an audio friendly page.
Right.
So I'll just kind of go through how that works, and then if you want to think of a character to do examples for the second page, or like whatever you want to do there,
I got you.
we can actually fill one out in live time.
Let's do it.
But only for the second. We'll fill out the second sheet twice with 2 characters.
Woo!
And you can think about that while I'm just running through our first sheet.
All right.
So if you want to go ahead and download or link to the... we'll have links down in the description, and how that works is it'll link out right now to our WordPress, because that's where we have all of our reference stuff stored. Blah, blah, blah.
What?
I can't talk today. My brain is frazzled.
Oh, no, cat.
And on the WordPress, you can see what we're talking about. You can follow along. There's also a download link there if you want to download the PDF or print out a copy. Those are all options that are available to you. And, so yeah, just our first sheet real fast. I'm gonna take that a little bit.
Do what you have to do.
Okay. So our first block is quirks, and this is just sort of, I left it open. It's a big sheet so that if you want to draw character quirks, if you want to draw someone, like, biting their lip and, like, a little chibi thing, or talking with their hands is a good one, because it's, like, a very visual format, so there are, like, no lines or anything, but also, how I fill them out is I just do, like, regular bullet listings, because I'm a writing person. I can't do that much detail in an amount of time that would make it worth it for me. And then under that we have a pet peeves section, which is just for you to list their pet peeves, and next to it there's a how much it annoys them thing. So like you can have little pet peeves, you know, like I don't like it when someone doesn't leave the door open, but then you can have a pet peeve like this character really hates it when you sing Apple Orchard Banana Cat Dance 8663 and then it's like that's a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
you
no.
fill in all those dots. The character I was thinking of, Barney Stinson.
Oh!
Who actually always leaves the door open. That's a bad example.
Whoopsie.
Anyway, and then at the bottom is hobbies, which again is the same thing. If you want to do like little doodles, if you want to draw like a book because they like reading, or if you want to do a bullet listing like they like reading, those are. I left it as open as possible because I knew Alan and I were going to be the first two using the sheets, and we do things very differently.
Yeah, that's true.
We've got that art writing thing,
and
and
I
then
like to doodle.
Our second page of the character sheet, this is the one that we're going to be filling out in real time. Because they're just like character resource questions to answer, mostly. So yeah.
Do we want to go through this, do we just want to do it each, like, box at a time, or, like, each character go back and forth, or...
do you want to do, like, I'll do a character, I'll read the things, you answer them.
Alright.
We'll go through the whole sheet, and then we'll switch over.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. Alright.
What's up, I'm gonna do coin.
So, that makes sense. That checks out.
He's a dummy.
So, starting, we've got our exercise box. How much exercise does your character get?
Too much for his enjoyment. He's an adventurer, so he sort of has to be on his feet, dexterous, but, I guess this sort of goes into the next question.
Yeah,
which
does
is,
your character enjoy exercise?
Absolutely not. Too much work.
Alright.
Would rather just chill.
What kind of physical activities does your character engage in?
Running away. And fighting is
web races.
And web races. Not by choice, but it did get him a shield, so he'll take it.
Checks out.
But yeah, he doesn't engage in sex, obviously.
Oh, of course.
That's the big one.
That's important.
He's trying to get laid all the time. Our campaign mission.
Yeah, our campaign is something else.
I love it.
So our sleep box, how well does your character sleep?
Not the greatest, as it turns out.
That's more than fair.
Has nightmares about trauma he doesn't remember, and then also half the time he's talking to his warlock pack sword.
Yeah.
Which, has gone well.
Yeah.
it hasn't gone well.
Not going great.
Not great.
What's going? When does your character sleep?
Nighttime.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that usual? Here's a question. It's not on our sheet, but here's a question I have specifically for Coin. Would Coin sleep during the nighttime if he wasn't traveling with, like, people who sleep at night?
I guess it sort of depends. Like, I think he sort of has a chameleon sleep schedule where he sort of adapts, because he was a con man, so, like, he probably adapts based on where he is. So he doesn't really have a preferred sleep time. It's just when it's going to be most convenient for him to then be awake.
That checks out.
I think.
What are your character's dreams like?
Bad. Nightmares. Talking to Warlock Pact. We established that.
Yeah. Those were all... Coin's an interesting one to do that for.
He's a dummy. He maybe should have made a Warlock Pact.
Maybe not. Our diet box. What does your character like to eat?
He likes meat. He likes to eat meat a lot. That's his favorite.
How much meat does your character eat?
A lot. He's a shoveler. If you put food in front of him, he will eat it.
Does your character have any dietary restrictions?
No. I mean, like cannibalism, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe. We don't know. We just don't know. Not that come to mind.
And then, again, these are like open boxes for sketches or bullets, but we've got tells.
So just redefine these for me really fast.
Tells are something that show like when a character is lying or deceiving.
He doesn't really
They're
have...
usually used in like poker. Poker tells.
Ooh. He's pretty good about covering his up, because that is sort of his whole thing, is he's very good at deception. I think if you look really closely, he probably does something like with his feet. I think like he taps his feet in a certain way, because it's sort of like an impatience thing when he has to keep it up for too long. I think that's it.
Tics, and this would be like nervous habits.
He tends to have his hand on his sword a lot. He also will rub his jaw because he has a tooth that's been like chipped.
Yeah.
And so he sort of does that as like if he's like sensing danger, he'll rub that area like right around the tooth.
And vices.
This is just bad.
This is like it's like a weakness in personality. It's like a pleasure type thing.
He likes money.
Yeah.
A lot. Coin can be bought and sold on a dime.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty much.
That's it.
And then our final box, our motivation box. How motivated is your character?
Semi-motivated, sort of really mostly doing things, only seriously motivated when something's in it for him. Otherwise, eh.
What motivates them usually?
Money, more, warlock powers, revenge also. He's a very vengeful person.
That checks out. Do they ever need help getting motivated?
If it does nothing for him, somebody's gotta tell him to do it.
Yeah.
Because he will not.
This also is a fun thing, because Vera helps motivate Coin.
Right. Because it's like, I don't want to do it.
That's a fun character dynamic. And then how do they self-motivate?
Money. You get the money. First we get the gold, then we get the neon green bikini babes. Oh god, that's actually Coin.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Coin has just seen it.
Oh no. I have to rename my sword to Laser Blade. It's going to be my elemental weapon, Laser Blade.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh god damn it. Oh no, Cat.
I'll buy drinks at D&D forever if you can convince Travis to let you change Homogladius' name to Laser Blade.
Listen, can I call you... Oh my god, can I call you Laser Blade? What?
What? Yeah.
Can you imagine if somebody actually got that reference.
That would be so
Like, for
that
once
would
in
make
our
me
life.
happy.
If someone got the laser blade reference, nobody will.
No.
Watch Death to the Ender Dragon. It's real good.
I will never get tired of promoting Death to the Ender Dragon.
God, it's
show.
so good. It's so funny.
You sit down, one sitting, with popcorn. It's like a movie.
It's such like I can't
I've
believe.
never watched a Let's Play that's more like a movie than Death to the Ender Dragon.
And the nice thing is, it's only like 16 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's nice. It's relatively short for like a full Let's Play. And it shouldn't have nearly as much foreshadowing as it does.
Yeah.
Because it also has
Amazing.
Mr. Buckets. A buckets of fun. Mr. Buckets. Buckets of fun.
Yeah, I was going to do like a nano thing.
Ooh.
But that has a bunch of adventure spoilers. So
Oh,
I'll do Vera.
Woohoo! We'll round it out.
Yeah.
Do
That
it.
checks out.
Alright, so, how much exercise does your character get?
A lot recently. Vera is like very much a nerd.
That's fair.
And she's like, she doesn't have a nerd personality, but she has like very nerd-like habits.
Like, she's sort of awkward-ish.
She's a very book-oriented person. So, like, no exercise. She was like on the road, living by the skin of her teeth for like a few years with coin. And then she got married, and then she didn't like exercise for like several years.
She didn't leave the house.
She sat there and read books for a long time, and then like obviously with the campaign, I've been doing like spider races and
Haunted houses
and following through stuff, and I like so a lot recently.
But not usually.
There was like a several year break in there where she was not an active person.
Does your character enjoy exercising?
No. It's one of those things. She acknowledges that there's a gratification that comes with winning and succeeding at stuff. Like, winning that race was one of the best days of her life. But, like, if she's going to succeed at something, it's going to be something academic. Like, she wouldn't choose to train for a race.
Right! He would willingly go into a spider race.
Like, when she's already doing well, she's like, I'm gonna do this every day. And then she won't, ever.
Oh, no. What kind of physical activities does your character engage in?
Sex.
Damn it!
That's like the one willing thing that she would do is like get laid as much as possible.
Oh,
that was
fucking
actually
campaign.
Because she won the race and she's like, "This is the best feeling. I'm gonna win all the races." And then she immediately hooked up with a guy for like the rest of the time there and didn't
do anything.
Else. It was like, I'm gone.
That's fair.
It runs in the family.
It really
very
fucking does.
Sleazy family, I guess.
Where did the baby come from?
Why is there a baby?
Why does our older brother have a baby in his threatening vision that he sent us?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never ever know.
Until we get there. Anyway, how well does your character sleep?
Very well. Not a lot. Vera is... Unlike most of my characters, Vera's very much a morning person.
What?
Like, she goes to bed late, and she sleeps like a rock. And then, like, when she's up, it's to do stuff.
Jesus. Oh, what's that like?
Yeah, I don't know. Vera knows, I don't.
When does your character sleep?
She goes to bed later than everyone, and tries to, if she can, wake up earlier than everyone. So, right now, with the party, that would be at nighttime. If left to her own devices, she would sleep during the day, though. Like...
So she could be up and doing necromancer things?
Yeah, because she prefers night.
Ooh, okay. What are your character's dreams like?
Visions with babies.
Oh, no! That's not good!
Yeah, also recently there's been like a Burning King guy, and she doesn't know what's going on with that, because she wasn't there when we accepted the mission, so now this king's like mocking us, and she's like, I don't know who you are, dude.
I don't know who that is.
Get out of my dreams.
Please, I have to go back to having weird baby visions. What does your character like to eat?
She'll eat whatever. She doesn't, like, think about food.
It's just sort of...
Vera's not great at self-care a lot of the time.
Oh, no.
Like, on a mission. Like, she's not good at it. she's got very much that college kid appetite where like
no.
when someone reminds her to eat. So she's like in campaign, she's been eating a lot of rations, and that's like if she doesn't think about food, she would probably not eat it.
That's fair.
Honestly,
that's a mood. How much does your character eat?
Not much.
As established.
Yeah.
By college kid mentality.
Yeah, very much. But
does your character have any dietary restrictions?
no.
Cannibalism? Oh,
No.
we don't. Oh, damn.
Where
Fuck. Shit.
Vera thinks once something is, she has like a very weird sense of life and death, and what is and is not okay. She doesn't have a lot of great boundary concepts.
Oh no.
So it's like, as was that was something I established. I think I was thinking about it because she got the nat 20 to mend that thing that was leather. So she mended it pretty much by bringing it back to life to repair the cells. And pretty much at that point, it's like, Vera would maybe be okay with cannibalism.
That's fair.
That was the connection I made. Was like, these are things that are meat. Everything's a little bit alive.
Everything's a little bit alive.
And I'll do whatever. It's fine. Necromancy's great.
Oh no, Vera.
Vera's a little bit not okay.
That's fair. Sometimes we're not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. But I'm not a cannibal. So, I'm gonna take that as a win.
That's a good thing to have. Listen, sometimes cannibals are okay.
Okay, Kat.
Eat the rich.
Well,
if
okay.
Nazis make you eat your sister.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, we're
you
back
can
on.
eat the Nazis.
Well, that's
cannibalism?
fair.
Maybe okay.
Oh,
We're back on this.
we got to a
We're
dark
back
place.
on-
We went to a dark place.
Yeah.
Tell me about her tells.
Vera says tragically a lot when she's
Yeah.
lying. That's her word of choice. If she says something is tragic, it's probably something she's responsible for.
Right. It's like an in-joke with them at this point. It's tragically.
Yes.
What about a tick? What are ticks?
This is just like a... Like, she likes holding things.
Yeah.
So, like, her, like, go-to would usually be, like, a book. But because she's on the road and she doesn't carry books with her, that'll be, like, her instinct, like, to go for her staff or something that she can use for reference. Or, if none of those things are available, she'll talk to, when she gets, like, super nervous, she talks to the skull of her husband, who died tragically.
Very tragically. What are some vices?
Vera has a bit of, like, she'll study a lot. She likes learning things.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of, like, academic purposes, she's very easily distracted by stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if she sees something cool, she's like, I want to have that thing, or I want to do something with this thing.
Right.
So it's like...
Like a cow skull?
She's very easily swayed. Yeah, there's like a
cow skull mobile.
Cow skull mobile that we found, and Vera's like, I want to have this. Like, it would be cool if this would work. And it was kind of the same thing with... It was kind of the same thing with the race, because, like, she's not an active person, and there's no way that she would have been, like, okay signing up for a dangerous race.
Right.
That was very extensive, but then, like, they're like, maybe we can get some cool web slingers, or maybe, like, I'll trade you this for, like, a weapon, and she was like, I'll do it.
I'll do that.
Like, if there's a weapon involved, there's, like, a cool thing.
There's, like, a thing I can have that will be mine.
Yeah. She really likes things, whereas Coin likes currency. Vera almost never has money, because she's like, hey, that's a shiny thing and I want to have it.
Right. Coin will take things, but he doesn't like to pay for things.
Right.
He likes, like, before I got robbed by a fucking magical deck of cards, Coin is a hoarder, is one of his things. So he doesn't get rid of anything.
Right.
So I had, like, a bunch of, like, knickknacks and, like, I had, like, half a deck of cards that I took from, like, our first encounter. And that was, like, it. And I just had a bunch of random bullshit. But I wouldn't pay for anything.
Right.
Because... gold. No.
It's good.
It's a fun thing because Vera has to tell Coin to spend the money to get everything, and he's like, huh?
And it's something where, like, that's a fun thing, because, like, a little bit of it is logic, like, we need equipment, we've got to use the stuff that we get so we can survive and keep getting more stuff, but a little bit of it is, like,
ooh, shiny
things are better than currency.
I can
There's,
have
like, always that voice in her head.
this shiny thing as opposed to that shiny thing.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a fun thing. It's a fun dynamic between those two.
They're
where
dumb.
she has to, like, convince him to buy armor.
He hates it. He doesn't like to buy things.
Vera's like, look how good my brother looks in all this shiny armor.
Like,
I'll do really bad at being a wingman.
No one can be a good wingman for Coin.
Did I tell you my brother lives in... Yes.
Oh, God damn it. So moving on to the last box. How motivated is your character?
My character is very motivated to learn things and collect shiny things. Like, survival? Not great.
Like,
Like,
fine.
So, it's all or nothing with Vera.
No.
Depending on the task.
That's fair. What motivates them?
Knowledge or shiny things.
Oh, wait.
Pretty much. Or, Vera also gets very vengeful. Like, Vera has...
They got a vengeful streak in their family.
She's got a temper, but she's, like, very organized about the way that she gets back at people.
Right.
Like, if someone says something to her that pisses her off, there's, like, that anger in her, but then she's like... It's like a Vera will remember this kind of thing. Like, she immediately starts plotting to take someone out.
We have a lot of that in our party, as it turns out. Because, as it turns out, you're like the scheming, I'll get back at you later... Whereas when Coin gets pissed, he just immediately blows up about it. Because somebody in our party keeps blaming us for things that I didn't start. Damn it! Why do I always get in trouble? It's because I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm being discriminated against.
That's really interesting, just as, like, a racial thing. In between 4th and 5th ed, like, in 4th ed, tieflings are always discriminated against because they're part demon.
Right.
But, like, in 5th ed, we got, like, extra charisma points. And right. Like, that's a fun
It's fun, because I think it's because you can use them for the intimidation.
Right.
Is part of it, which is good. I like it.
It's a fun thing.
I like having the intimidation.
I like having the extra charisma points. I need them. Vera strikes out a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. If you didn't win that race, you were not getting laid, dude.
I was not. Vera had kind of given up on that and was like, I'll buy myself stuff to make me feel better. And then, like, she won that race and she's like, alright.
Alright. Change your plans. Do they ever need help getting motivated?
Not often. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, she doesn't need motivation for, like, learning stuff. Like, if she sees a book, she reads it immediately, and there's, like, no hesitation. Like, she does kind of need help from Coin sometimes with, like in battle, because she's like, I'll go till I'm down, and Coin's like, listen.
Hey, maybe don't. Wait. Hold on.
She's like...
Recover your hit points.
Because it's like, she's a very slow to engage, quick to, like, enrage, I guess.
Slow to engage, quick to enrage. I like it.
That's interesting. Because, like, she doesn't ever want to enter combat, but once she's in the combat, it's like, okay, I'm in this thing. Here I am.
Here. This is the end.
I'm doing damage until I drop.
Don't do that, maybe.
And it's funny that that's my new official slogan for Vera. Because she'll literally marry anybody if she thinks she can get their money.
God damn it.
She's, like, very quick to engage. That was one of the reasons she was striking out all the time in the Spider Town. Because she was like... Or not in the Spider Town, in the town before that.
Yeah.
When we were,
oh, it was in the elven place.
Yeah, when we were with all the elves, she was like...
Can I marry...
I'm in the market for a new husband! And everyone was like...
What? What? A new husband?
I'm sad.
Well, that was part of where we were.
Yeah.
It turns out, I scored.
That's true.
I was Damn it.
Coin was doing good.
I would like to read this last question, but there's a dog in the way. How do they self-motivate?
With shiny things, Vera's very much in the camp of, like, if I get this unpleasant thing done, I'll buy myself something pretty.
There you go. That's a good mentality, Pat.
Her sense of pretty is a little bit warped.
Yeah, because she wears a skull around her necklace.
It was like, if I get myself out of this unfortunate relationship, I'll have a pretty new skull to carry around with me.
God.
But yeah.
Nice.
Bribery. She self-bribes.
That's smart.
It's good.
They're two peas in a pod, those two.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. But I love them.
And now it's gonna be, because now Vera has, like, a fun bedtime story that's, like, a detailed torture account.
Yeah, a detailed torture account of
She's
everything
like,
that's going on.
So she's all excited about that. So now it's gonna be like, she's gonna be very, from this point on, motivating the party until she loses that book, because she's gonna be like, let's get to it, let's get moving, I want to read my book.
Come on, guys. It's like, why don't you just read the book in the meantime? No! That's not how it works. You're a coward.
Yeah, like, whenever you guys get into group stuff, though, she will be reading that book on her own.
That's fair.
All the time.
Ooh.
Because she knows she has to, like, get rid of the book. At some
Right.
point, we have to turn the book in.
We have to turn the book in for a quest. We completed a side quest.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
But she's gonna read all the torture in the meantime.
Oh no.
She's gotta know.
Well, luckily it does have an end, so you just gotta read it till it's done.
Yep. I've said all of this. That's gonna be my one nat 20 next session. I'm gonna have it read in, like, the first thing.
Damn it!
Like, okay, I'm going to bed. Like, I'm out of book.
How'd you do that? It was so fast. Give me the book.
Yes, Coin also wants.
I did it for my sword.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Huh?
What? Oh God. This was a bad place. Oh.
Coin is a little bit attached to his sword.
A little bit. They're a little bit linked.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
It's a fun character quirk. If you're looking for a new character quirk, that is actually, like, a fun thing, because you can also have, like, weapon quirks.
Yeah.
If you do, I'm gonna cycle back around to the beginning where I force Game of Thrones discussions aggressively.
You really did.
Back to the beginning of the podcast.
Here we go.
That was how we started this episode and also everything.
In life?
In life.
Oh no.
So that's, like, it's one thing that I do really like about A Song of Ice and Fire is that the weapons are very much characters in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
More Game of Thrones spoilers. Seeing ice melted down into two smaller swords for the Lannisters was, like, one of the most emotionally distressing scenes I've ever. Seeing Arya hide Needle.
Oh yeah.
Like when she was giving up all of her worldly possessions, like, and, like, you don't know if she's gonna throw Needle away or not. That was, like, it was rough, and it was like, but that's also something, like, if your character gets very attached to an object, that object also can have quirks.
Right. It takes on a personality of its own.
Yeah.
Mine just quite literally has a personality of its own.
Yeah. That's what reminded me.
Some crazy Shadowfell doctor thing going on there. Part of an experiment? I don't know! Who fucking knows?
But yeah.
Oh.
That's a very literal interpretation of something that I like in a symbolic sense from Game of Thrones.
It's always Game of Thrones with you.
Yeah, I know.
Every single goddamn time.
It's something I like.
That's fair.
I like Game of Thrones.
You're allowed to like what you like.
I
will have to kill you though.
I'm willing to die on this hill.
That's how we're ending the podcast. Bang! Cat died. This has been Unsolicited Advice, brought to you by Dr. Bubblegum. I'm Bubblegum.
I can't do the outro, I'm dead.
And we'll see you next time. Bye! I had to do Cat's goodbye because she's dead.
That sounds...